Shalom, Shalom family. How's everybody doing? It's been a minute. All praise to the Most High Creator. I am a healthy, wise, strong, protected, celestial being that is loved by the Most High Creator. Family, family, family. I know it's been a minute. I've been MIA. As usual, you know how it goes. Life, and more life. A lot of contemplation, a lot of thinking, a lot of going through, a lot of reflection. Looking at life and myself and just, you know how it be, family. As they say, how's the saying go? Same excrement, different day. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of new too. A lot of the spirit, the Most High, the spirit of the creation speaking within me, giving me understanding, just bringing things forth, just really truly going through more healing, family. If I can really be honest with y'all for a second, family, if y'all can just take a chance, take a chance on your guy again and just, listen. I'm praying and I'm knowing for a change in my life, a change in myself, elevation. And I see it, I feel it, and I thank the Most High Creator. I thank my Master Yahushua HaMashiach of Nazareth, all praise. And I've been dealing with a lot of bitterness, family, a lot of regret. I don't want to say hate. Maybe sometimes it's almost like that, but nah. We can't let it get to that. But just, life, family. And certain things where I'm at, man, I should be over. And really, I am over, but it's those last remnants of pain, those last remnants of regret, of confusion, of things that happened in my past, that is just starting really to truly kind of, if not be gone, level out to where I can handle it. I have more clarity on it. I thank the Most High. And I just, family, just understand I've been, most of my life, I don't know if this is a pun. I don't mean to be a pun, but, it's like I've been a rolling stone. And I'm really just kind of starting to kind of get, but don't be wrong, I'm still me. I still got whatever issues I got, but I got more clarity and more control over, more strength, and I'm driving for something. Cause I can't stop now. I can't give up, and I thank y'all for your support. I truly do. I thank y'all for listening. But most of all praise to the Most High, who's just got me to this point of understanding in my life. I'm gonna say understanding because, I've been thinking lately, it's crazy. And it's not crazy, but it's just when you look at life with, I would say the majority of people, most of us, this is not where we imagined we would be when we were elementary, middle school, high school. I wouldn't say too much elementary, you playing, but I say, yeah, let's just say high school, college if you went there, or after high school, just those earlier adolescent ages. This is not where, you're not where you expected you be at all. Some of us, hey, it's a good story. Some of us it's a bad. Some of us happy where we are. Some of us not. I mean, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, I would say the majority of us. There are those exceptions, but the majority of us aren't where we thought we'd be. But that's okay. Because I know if you listen to this, if you understand the teachings that I put forth, the type of stuff I'll be talking about, or at the end of the day, I'm trying to say, if you watch enough of my videos and you kind of got an idea of the type of person I am, just at least on screen, or try to be honest. And yeah, you might have some regrets, and if you be like, hey, if I go back, I would do this different. But at the same time, You wouldn't trade what you know now for nothing in the world. You are who you are now because of your trials, your tribulations. You went through the fire, and you a diamond. Regardless how much money, worldly money you got in your bank, or who like you, don't like you, this and that. If you on this narrow path, if you've been searching for the narrow path like Indiana Jones, like me, you understand the fire you've been through, the sacrifices you've had to make, the people you've lost, the loneliness, the confusion, the anger, but also the joy, the happiness, the just wondrous things you felt and seen, things you never thought of. Just, it's all part of your story. And I don't know where to start off really and talk, family. Well, no, I'm not saying I don't know. It's just so much. Well, I guess I could start where I'm at now. Let me see. Let me come back to that. Let me try to see if I can make a note to remember to talk about. Dang, hold on, let me not forget to talk about. Okay. The difference. I'm writing it down. Between a soul and a spirit. Okay, we're gonna touch on that. But where I want to start off is, family, and forgive me for. Well, look, if you've been watching the news and everything, as usual, it's crazy stuff. But us who have faith in the Most High and have a deep understanding of this matrix and where the program is right now, we not tripping. At least not a lot. Maybe a little bit, but mostly we good. Cause we trusted in the Most High. Look, we not gonna have no pretenders over here. We don't lie. Look, we have faith, but come on now, we still in the flesh. We might be a little bit nervous, but nonetheless, 97, 98, 99% is faith, and we good. We chilling more than a lot of people who going through, who don't know the truth, who don't have the word within them like we do. But anyway, I was looking at a YouTube podcast today, and I think, the brother's name is Anthony Daniels, and he did this. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I apologize, but I know the first name is Anthony, and I believe it's called Anthony Daniels. But anyway, I was looking at this clip that he posted. If it wasn't today, it was yesterday, maybe. I don't know, but it was recent, and was speaking about how it was this woman of color. He showed a clip of this woman of color, or this so-called black woman, Israelite woman, who lives in Chicago right now, and she's just saying how right now in Chicago, it's really hard getting a job because because they're favoring the migrants right now. And she's saying a lot of the job apps is in Spanish. She was talking about how they get $4,000 a day. No, maybe not a day. Is exaggerating. I think maybe she was saying $4,000 a month or $4,000 just up front for food. And she's just saying how it's just difficult to look for a job right now, and just things are tough because the city is catering to these migrants. And my spirit just kind of clicked, and it was like affirmative action. And I was like, oh, this is why they went ahead and got rid of affirmative action so quick. Because now they got the new workers in here, and now they can focus on them without people having lawsuits or having all these issues because affirmative action has been taken away. And then another thing came to my spirit: people of color, Israelites, natives, indigenous of this nation as of late have been having a gripe as far as when it comes to, man, why is it that we can't get no laws passed for us? Why can't we get this help? We screaming out for help. Change laws. Make it illegal for certain people who carry around clubs to be able to delete us. Pass these laws, master. That's what we say a lot. That's what we be saying, master. Please pass these laws. But we've noticed that our cries aren't being heard, and the Asian community got a hate crime bill. You know, I remember, I think, what was it, a year ago or two, maybe a year and a half, so they was talking about migrants coming to the border, and Biden was talking about giving them like 100,000 to $1 million in reparations. You know, Japanese internment camp people. Look, I'm not saying they deserve it. I'm saying they got reparations. People get reparations in Canada. You know, the, you know, Native American people up there. You know, they got Black Wall Street earlier this year. The survivors, I think it was two of them who were there and witnessed, they were denied reparations. But then all of a sudden some story comes up of one Asian kid getting mad that he didn't get into a college and he blamed on reparations and black people. And all of a sudden, just because his one gripe, next thing you know, affirmative action is withdrawn. It's no longer a thing, eradicated, taken away. And obviously it's not because he said it. I mean, it's part of the plan. But my point is, family, I'm trying to point something out, and I know you got already, but this is just part of the plan to push the true nation, the true people of the Most High into further poverty. And look, family, if I have any listeners right now who are Hispanic, Asian, of Caucasian, European descent, Indian descent, I hope you sit here listening. Cause look, for real, it's all respect. I would say love, but you know how, if you watch my videos to this point, you watching now, thank you still. You know how I feel about that love thing, that word in the just how we've been deceived by this word and what it really means. Because it's truly about respect. You can't sit here and really say you so-called love somebody, which what we've been taught in Disney stories and just everyday life. You can't really sit and talk about you love somebody if you don't respect them as a person. If you don't respect their right to live, respect their right for free travel, respect their right to eat, respect their right to seek out happiness. You causing issues, putting your hands on them, trying to take their life. That's not respect. So for all of my listeners who, like I say, of the Caucasian persuasion, Asian, Hispanic, anything I think of, look, it's all respect. And please don't run away. I want y'all to listen. So at least maybe y'all listen to me and your spirit will speak to you through me. Of someone who really don't have no problem with you. I don't. Look, I've said it before. I think the Most High don't want the garden just to have one color of people. It's beautiful with different things. It'd be boring if it was just the same. Family, you know, when you go in the grass, it's like hundreds to thousands, and I think someone even said, it might be exaggerated, but millions of different species of grass living within one area harmoniously. They not complaining. They grow together. They live together. If don't nobody come chop them down, they good. They chilling. Millions of different species of grass, or thousands, or hundreds of thousands, whatever. You get my point. Without no issues. But then again, even though they different, they got the same belief. They all believe in the Most High. I've heard the plans taught before, family. Some of y'all know y'all done heard it too. You done heard it. You done heard the music of the plans. You done heard them talk. Anyway, where was I at? Man, look at me. What was I talking about, family? Hold on. Oh yeah, so with the migrant and the woman in the video, it's just my spirit, family, was, like I said, went to affirmative action to show y'all the plan that the enemy is planning to push us further in poverty. But it's poverty in the Babylonian system, so we're not worried about it because we're supposed to be getting out of this anyway. At the end of the day, victory is the Most High's. But one thing too, family, is in my spirit. Whatever's going to happen with the Most High in us, remember, this is the test. We all in probation right now. We're going through our, what's it called when they pledge for fraternities? We pledging right now for the kingdom. For those of us who are searching for the narrow path, who have faith and belief in the Most High Creator, who love our King and brother Yahushua Mashiach of Nazareth. We going through our pledge phase right now. Right now we pledging for the kingdom. And it's not an easy walk. But it's a very, very beneficial walk with dreams and treasures at the end that we can't even imagine or think of. So I done lost my train of thought again. But I know where I know. Oh no, I didn't lose it all the way. But hold on. But what my spirit's saying, it could happen fast or it could happen quick. We here for the time that we here for, and we go home when we call to go home. But we don't know the day or hour. We don't know when the Most High Creator is going to call us home and say, all right, it's time for you to go. Until then, we got a mission to do. It could be, we could leave today, we could leave tomorrow, we could leave 1,000 years from now. We could leave, we could leave 10, 20 years from now. Let me be a little more realistic. Or shoot, now you got all these multi-dimensional theories and stuff going on in different timelines. Shoot, for all you know, we could be every other day. Remember, I've said before, family, you know, my belief is when you go to sleep, I think you jump realities. I do. Or something happens when you sleep, because the truth, your spirit leaves. Look, it could go to a different body, and a universe that's right next to this that's similar. So that's why I think praying at the midnight hour is very important, because it's like a portal. And when you pray and go to sleep, you wake up closer to a more beneficial, more joyful, more respectful, or for that word, more loving reality. You know, when you pray at the midnight hour, I do believe that. I truly believe that, because we're spiritual beings. Man, there's this show called Severance. Let me write down. I want to talk about that, because that kind of took me on a place too. Anyway, but family, be prepared for. So what was on my spirit also is, it's just this. This picture's been drawn for me, especially when I watch a lot of these movies and TV shows that have come out lately, like all the time now, about the end of the world. Remember, family, when you look at the Bible, you're reading like Revelations about the end of the world. It's not the end of the earth. The earth belongs to the Most High. Like when it says that Satan took Yahushua to the top of the mount, and he said, look, I'll give this world if you take my side. Yahushua's like, man, really? Yahushua's like, bro, I see these little bitty cities y'all got. Cool, yeah, that's cute. It's real cute. But I serve the Most High who own all this. Matter of fact, your rent is up. I'm taking, your lease is up. Satan, it's time to go. As a matter of fact, remember, the land that your world sits on top of, the earth, belongs to the Most High, to my Father, to the Creator, to the Mother, to the Great Mother. However you want to put it. This belongs to the Most High. Well, we're going for the Bible, so this land belongs to the Most High, the Creator of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So, no, I'm not going to take this little job offer you offering me, because I got something greater than that. So anyway, here's your eviction letter. Your eviction letter. Bye. Right? So, dang, I'm doing all that talking and it made me look. Yo, anyway. Dang, I'll be doing that. I'm gonna remember what my point was with that. So, dang, where was I at? So, hold on, let me be quiet, let me think. Okay, yeah, so in these shows that I'm seeing a lot, family, is it's this common theme of the world ends, a lot of people pass away, get deleted for, whether it's a war, aliens, sickness, many different reasons, environmental disasters, right? And majority of the population gets extinguished or deleted. And now you're dealing with the remnants. And when the remnants, what's left between the remnants, it usually, for the most part, kind of falls in two groups, just for me to kind of sum it up. It's the people who are looking for a new world, a new way of life, not to do the old ways, but something new because, hey, everything's gone. It's a new start. And then you got the old guard, another group of people who are still trying to hold on to the United States. They walking around with old tattered flags stitched on their jackets and stuff, and old tattered flags over trucks, and they've created militias, and they trying to reestablish the United States. And what usually happens is the theme is they fail. The ones who are trying to uphold the old world order, the way things used to be, they end up failing. They end up dying out, and a new world is born, a new order of things. And that's what's happening right now, family. So that's what my message is. Be cognizant. Prepare. It's here. It's happening before your eyes now. Don't let it catch you unannounced. Prepare. No, I can't tell you to prepare all the way, look, because nobody knows the day or hour. But I'm warning you that we're in an interesting hour. And this is how the world works in general, period. Or the earth, or life. These times come. There's nothing new under the sun. Times of testing. This always comes. There's always been the end of the world. It's always been that. Because it's a game. It's the Matrix. But you got to know how to play it. And right now my spirit was telling me how to play is it can happen fast or it can happen quick. But just trust. Keep walking. Keep seeking truth and wisdom. But prepare to throw off more of Babylon, because that's the point. What I see with this pushing us out of jobs, since there's no more affirmative action, family, it's forcing us to revert back to former ways of, it's forcing us eventually, family, for us to have to come together as a people of Israel and those who would like to be, the multitude. Israel and the multitude who believe and know who we are and will follow us into the wilderness. This is what it's pushing us to. That we are just, like I said, we shedding spiritually and physically. We shedding off Egypt. It's almost like, I remember this one time I built a garden in Georgia, and I was looking at these flowers, and I remember it was crazy because I remember when they started to bloom, and I went in the house. And I'd be first of all, I'd be looking at it. I looked at it for a second, seeing if I could see it change, and it wouldn't change. Like, man, I wouldn't be crazy if I could see it open. But I go in the house and come out 45 minutes later, it's done changed. And no matter how many times I tried to sit there and look at it change, I'm not saying it never happens, but I would say this isn't, you gotta have a lot of patience and, but just the lesson at the time is, it changed while I wasn't looking. Or it changed right in front of my eyes, but I just couldn't see it. It was changed in front of my eyes. I just couldn't see it. And by the time it had changed, it was like already too late. Like I said, I went in the house for a minute, 45 minutes came out, it had already bloomed, it was already late. But the truth is, I thought I didn't see it changing, but I did. It was just going so slow and lack of understanding. It was changing in front of my face the entire time. And I hope y'all get where I'm going, fam. What I'm saying is, the unraveling is happening right in front of our eyes. It's like a flower. You can't always see it, but it's happening. Change is here. It's changing. And for those who are looking for the path, remember, family, they put us in concrete jungles. Our bodies are biological robot bodies that our spirits possess. They come from the dirt, family. So what is the best nutrients for our body? What recharges us? Nature, the natural dirt, trees, plants, water, everything natural. But we around all this technology all the time, all these fake synthetic floors, eating all these fake synthetic foods, putting all this garbage in our bodies, in our minds, and our spirits on a regular, and it's just damaging us. In the Most High, people call it, like I said, in these movies, they say it's the end of the world and they all scared because no, that's the beast system. That's those who are marked by the beast system talking. When you see these movies and you see these people always grab, the old world this, the old world this, and we're going to bring the old world back from this destruction. And I'm talking about these apocalypse movies again. We hear the people trying to save the old world. Family, them the people marked by the beast system because they can't let it go. And right now we shedding the beast system. Don't be like them, family. Look, and another thing came to mind. Spirit telling me like it's like when Abraham prayed for Lot, his nephew. Remember Lot? Abraham was having a conversation with the Most High and was like, if there's even 10 righteous, will you spare it? And it got all the way down to 1. And then fast forward, the only person to make it out of, the only people to make it out of Sodom and Gomorrah alive on the night of destruction was Abraham's nephew, Lot, and his 2 daughters. His wife almost made it, but what did she do? She looked back at what? Babylon, because she couldn't let it go. It was in her. But the 3 of them were ready to go live in the wilderness and start over under the law of the Most High. So in other words, the message is, family, one day the Most High will take us from these cities. Will take us from this place amongst the 2/3, amongst the, as it says, separating the wheat from the chaff. One day we will be separated, family, whether it's sooner or later. But whenever it comes, it'll be better yet than better later. How's it go? Better late than never. But when we leave these cities, family, remember, the enemy will no longer have our protection. Family, it is truly my heart. A lot of reason for that we still go through a lot of suffering we go through is because we won't leave from amongst the heathen. We won't flee from Babylon. We won't throw off these chains of oppression on our minds and our spirits with this garbage that they pump in our eyes and our ears every day through social media and TV and work and people's BS trying to, as they say, keeping up with the Joneses. All this garbage, this Babylonian garbage. We got to be taken away from it. And when we're taken away from it, Babylon will no longer have our protection. Family, look, don't get it twisted. Babylon's protection, a lot of times, why they have not had so much war in the land and we've lived in pretty much peace in America, is because of us, family, because of the Israelites here. The Most High has spared this nation because of us and our prayers. But the time is coming, family, where we will withdraw into the wilderness, whether it be physically, spiritually, or both. And they will no longer be covered. It's going to be a quiet place up in this. And for the multitude, hey, thank the Most High that you were blessed enough to get this understanding and this truth. To be able to go into the wilderness yourself, to be delivered from the destruction. But it's going to take time, family. That's all I'm saying. It might take years. I know we waiting for something, but truly, remember, at the end of the day, it's a test. We don't run nothing. It ends when the Creator says it ends. It ends when the time's to end. And just because it ends, it don't mean it's the end. It's just the end of this way of life. And the start of a new, beautiful life, but a tough life. Because we're going to be learning things from scratch. Learning to live off the land again. Because the Most High, it's like, remember, as above, so below, the Most High is our Father and our Mother. And what do parents do to their children when they won't listen? When they won't let go of these toys that they're playing with, that's messing up their day, messing up the schedule, getting in the way, won't let go of these toys, or they fighting over the toys. What happens? A parent comes in and takes some toys away. And the Most High has to take the toys away. That's why I say sometimes, family, this 3 days of darkness. I actually have something on that too I need to talk about too. I like, sometimes I'm not say I like, in my spirit, because remember, family, this is another thing. The Spirit tells me, look for surprises. Remember, it said in the Word, the Most High, the second Exodus, the Most High is going to do a new thing. Something nobody thought of, nothing heard of, so be prepared to be surprised. Look, 3 days of darkness is coming. Or more, 15 days, 12 days, more. It don't necessarily have to be as dark outside. Or it could be. It don't necessarily have to be that it's pitch black, can't see nothing, no starlight. Or it could be. Or, it could be, or it won't be. It could truly just be EMP. Or some type of event that not just takes out all the power of America, but the world. Or even if it's just America. Because remember, even during the time of our ancestors in Egypt, or Kim, during their 3 days of darkness, remember, there was light in the land of Goshen. The light is with us, family. The light is with Yisrael, with the tribes, and with those who follow us, the multitude. The light is with the, well, they're going to have to stand in our light, I know. We going to have to be gracious to our brothers and sisters who follow the word. And I don't know the way I said it. It was just my spirit was correcting myself, family. So I meant no disrespect by being a multitude. If you're a multitude, hey, be blessed. You get respect. We all get respect because we all are voluntarily joining the kingdom of heaven to live that way of life. So we family now, for those who truly on that path. Anyway, the difference between, okay, so hold on, let me make sure I touched on this. I don't want to rush. But yeah, just keep in mind, family, just we don't know how it's going to look, really. We've been taught so many lies growing up in the Christian church and watching these Christian movies on TV and you know, that's why the scriptures, even in the Quran, it talks about, you know, the scripture says, you know, don't worship idols. And the Quran says, and in the scripture as well says, you're not supposed to draw pictures of things of heaven. And the Quran also speaks of that. And it's for a reason. Because we so easily make idols of things. And we so easily lie and deceive each other for power and all other ignorant reasons. I lost my train of thought. Oh. What was it? It was a reason for, there's a reason why. Dang, family, I apologize. What was I saying? Just get ready because, yeah, just be ready to be surprised, family. Yeah, I was saying, like, you know, we've been taught this about heaven, that about heaven, and it's really, I'm not going to say it's all lies, but the truth has been rearranged and fabricated in a certain way to favor a certain narrative. But it's still the truth, family. And it's like the word, like people talk, oh, the word has been tampered with. But at the same time, family, the truth is still in there. The spirit is still in there. You just got to search for it. You got to do the research. You got to put the work in, the reading, the fasting, the praying. You got to put the work in, but the truth is there. And family, best believe they ain't mess with it that much. But they still mess with it enough where you still have to be diligent in your studies. But yeah, family, just the sky could burst open. But if the sky burst open, family, it might not be what you expect it to be. It might not be a so-called black man dipping his head in from the clouds. Or it could be that Project Bluebeam. Could be a big old hologram. They're covering a big portion of the Earth's surface so multiple countries can see it and people from all over the Earth. Or it could be like those good old flying ships of Tarshish. You know, the flying ships of Tarshish, I forget what verse and book that is, but I've read it to y'all a few times. The flying ships of Tarshish. Shame on me, I should remember, but y'all know how I am. What if the clouds burst open and flying ships of Tarshish come out of it? What you gonna do then? So remember, you got to get over what you picture in your head, what you picture it should be, or what you think it should be. It's not up to you. It's up to the Most High. Lean not on your own understanding, but in everything trust in the Most High. Right, family? We don't understand the ways of the Most High. It's not for us to understand all the way. Yes, we know some ways, but we will never completely understand the ways of the Most High while we are down here in the flesh. But there's still so much to learn. You just got to put the work in. But anyway, lost my train of thought again. But I know I just said something. Anyway, yeah, family, that's like I said, it's changing, it's here. And like my mother been saying a lot, man, something weird in the air. See people online saying something different. Something's going down. Something's going family. Something. Yeah, something's coming. So just prepare. But just keep yourself covered in prayer. Keep doing what you're supposed to do. Don't be in a rush to go out to parties and go hang out. Do what you got to do. Get home. Study. Be praying for the Most High to lead you out of Babylon and give you a way out to the wilderness so you can finish your cleansing. Focus on that. Don't panic. Trust in the Most High, because in the day it is what it is. What's going to be is going to be. Just have faith. The utmost faith, no matter what happens. Have the utmost faith. 10 toes down. Standing with the Most High. Utmost faith. That's it. No matter how things go. Remember, it's the Most High's way. You got to, let's just say, fam, we've been, all these pictures and stuff, all these movies have been painting a narrative in our minds and our spirits. And we've been brainwashed, family. We've accepted their narrative of heaven, of the kingdom. We've accepted the enemy's narrative instead of the Most High's narrative. We living on their timeline and what they believe, and not what we should believe and what we should understand and know. They've taken, this is why, and a lot lately, family, I want to say this. When I talk to people of other tribes who aren't of the tribes of Israel, and it's almost always inevitable for the topic to come up of, where you tiptoe around of race and ethnicity and why the certain races act this way, or why their perceived bias makes them look at this way, and maybe we're lazy or weak or always complaining. But when you understand who we truly are and where we come from, it all makes sense. We were never supposed to be part of this system. Well, I'm not saying never because we're here, so it can't be never. And all this happened for a reason, because guess what? We are witnesses to the rest of the world. But our ancestors messed it up. They couldn't keep it together. We had our own kingdom, and they wanted to mess it up. They messed it up. So our parents had to scatter us. They had to put us on timeout. And we in timeout right now, family. But even though we in timeout, we are still representations of the kingdom. And when I have these conversations, like I said, that these certain conversations, what they don't understand is this person, this other nation talking to me, when you look at their history, they have an identity. They have a nationality. They have forefathers. They know where their forefathers came from. They have their traditions. They have their way of life. They have all these things that come with this wisdom from multiple generations. You got to understand, us of Zion, our wisdom, our knowledge, our traditions, the history of our people has been taken away from us. So we've just been lost, just walking around as so-called black people, when our skin ain't even black. We the only people go around by color, but everybody else has a nationality, a backstory. But we are kept in the dark. Why? Because of who we are and the power we have as a collective with our prayers, the things we could do. I'm telling you, look, it's gonna be just like Pharaoh. They don't want us to leave. They don't want their protection. We are their protection. That's why they're trying to take the jobs away. Because we are slaves right now, family. We're slaves to the system. And the majority of us are sick and think that we need it. That we got to go to work and work this job for this nation that hates us and treats us like garbage, like as they say, second-class citizens. You know the looks, the stares, the scoffs, the laughs. You see how they talk about us freely on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. They let them say everything, but you put one message, oh, the color people complaining again. Nope, delete. They message can't go through, but let these other messages. Man, family, the hate for Yisrael, for Zion, man, it's been imaginable lately, but it's okay. And for my brothers and sisters who aren't of the blood of Yisrael, but you brothers and sisters through spirit, Hebrews, the multitude, look, like I said, listen, this ain't nothing against you. If that's not you, then hey, if it don't apply, then let it fly. If that's not you, then let it fly, because if you are who you say you are, the multitude, then you understand the struggle. You understand what the people the Most High been through. Ain't no excuses, you know. You acknowledge it. And you don't fault us for our anger, for our downfalls, because of everything that's happened to us. But there are those like me who are speaking out, who want to carry ourselves with dignity as the priest of the nations that we are, of the tribes of Israel. There are those of us who carry ourselves with dignity. And we don't act like a bunch of 2/3. And this ain't me trying to, do that, as they say, suck up. Look, I follow the Most High and following you. But I just want y'all to know that you're welcome if you're really about this life. This life of following Yeshua is like a game. Look, I don't mean the way you go out and take it. No, I'm saying this life, this narrow path life, it ain't for the weak of heart. You either about this life or you not. No, that don't mean you perfect. But you every day putting your best spiritual or physical foot forward, trying to be perfect. No, you'll never be perfect in this life, and this flesh is not meant to be. But you strive for it while doing everything by the grace and love and favor and wisdom of the Most High. This is what the nation of my people bring forth. We bring spiritual understanding. We help bring the nations back to the spirit of the Most High, understanding of who the Creator is and how to speak to the Creator yourself. You don't need no man, no woman, nobody to stand in between you and your Creator, your father, your mother. But if y'all only listen, if y'all only be humble, as it says, come with a broken heart and contrite spirit, be baptized. Give your allegiance to the Most High. Give your allegiance to the King Yahushua Mashiach of Nazareth. It's a walk, family. It's a journey. You can't skip the line. Anyway. Doom, 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 doom. I felt like preaching for a second, but no, I ain't going to go there. Excuse me, if I need a drink of water quick. I apologize. Hold on. Oh, man. Woo. Ashe. Look, hey, fam, you see I sound better. I had to get some water. My throat was dry, man. Anyway. So, I guess it's kind of bring me into, so I was having a conversation. This is something been on my spirit. So, look, this is usually how it goes, family. I'm going through life. As I'm going through life, the Spirit be talking to me, bringing up old things in my mind, old conversations, old thoughts, old things I read in the books and studying. And a lot of times I get connections. Well, I could, look, just at random times, I might have had a conversation with the Most High 5 years ago, asked a question. And now 5 years later, just randomly walking or watching something, listening to something, just doing whatever. And the answer to that thing comes to me at that moment. Like, I randomly start thinking about it. And I'm like, what am I thinking about? And then the answer is like, oh, snap. So, happened a lot like that. So anyway, at this point, the difference between a soul and the spirit. Oh, and this comes to, I guess that Severance show is going to come up in this too. But anyway, family, the difference between your soul and your spirit. So, look, this existence and this life that you're in right now on earth, family, who you are, right? So, who you truly are is a soul, a spiritual being, a corporeal being, a translucent being, a being without form, your light. Your light, your spirit. That's your soul, your true form, right? It's a very powerful energy source. It's like fire. So, and your soul, no, that's your soul. And your spirit, family, is like, your spirit is you. Like I'm Elijah, right? So my spirit is my life. From the time I was born till now, that is my spirit. The spirit of me. My accumulated circumstances and situations and experiences, that's what makes up my spirit. So when we call, like for instance, when we call on the spirit of Yahushua, calling the spirit of the Most High, the spirit of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, we're calling on who they were as priests. We're calling on their deeds. We're calling on their specific memories, their spirits. So I put it like this, family. Hold on, let me slow down. Your body, family. So when you come here, imagine your body's like a USB drive, right? That you put in a computer and you transfer files. You're a USB file going through this thing we call life. And from the day you're born to now, everything is being recorded on this USB drive. And that USB drive and its accumulated data in history is what makes you you. As we say earlier, I wouldn't trade, even though I have certain regrets, I wouldn't trade anything that happened to me in life right now, because everything made me into who I am now. If you were to get amnesia right now, family, and lose your memories, you would cease to be you. Your experiences, your wisdom, everything you've learned, you would just be like a child again, like starting over. You are your memories. And this is where you start to learn how dementia is dangerous, and how they talking about eating too much sugar causes them. Look, a lot of stuff we do, family, is unhealthy. And it causes us to have issues with our bodies. And one of those things that I'm telling you right now, which is important, is your mind, your memory. Because you are your memory. And when you leave here, your memory will be downloaded into the Most High Creator. But understand, family, once you leave here, this is it. There is no more you. And that's why lately too, I've been able to appreciate life a lot more, really thinking about it, and what a blessing it is that I'm able to exist in this moment right now. I'm able to be me. I'm able to do this right now. What a blessing. I got 10 toes, 10 fingers. If I want to go to the store, I can go to the store. I can walk, I can run, I can jump, I can eat, I can taste. I can so-called love or respect others. And it's a blessing, and I thank the Most High for this experience. But once you leave here, family, your program, what right now is happening is we're running a program. Once our program is done, once we're called in, once our USB is detached from the system, that's it. Your spirit will just really truly be memory. It'll be stored in the memory drive of the universe. But your true self, though, here's the kicker between the spirit and soul. Your soul, remember, family, your spirit, when it leaves here, it goes back to your higher self, which is your soul. And your soul is made up of many different experiences, many different lifetimes, many different species you lived as. So when you go back, whoever you are now, pretty much, it doesn't get deleted, but it basically, it's almost like a drop of water falling into the ocean. And that drop of water has now become the entire ocean. This life you have now is just a drop in the ocean of experiences of past lives. You're going to be an afterthought. You were a lesson. I mean, you'll still be you, but you'll be all of you. But I'll no longer be Elijah. You'll no longer be Jacob. You'll no longer be Karen. You'll no longer be Joseph. You'll no longer be Leticia. You'll no longer be that person. You'll just be a memory. But how thankful we are for this experience. But we have eternal life, family. It's just about understanding how it works. It's having an understanding of what is to be. You're not dying. Nobody's dying. Everything will be stored, family. Everything will be stored in the memory of the Most High, because that's what the Matrix for experience. to seek forth knowledge and wisdom and understanding, to seek forth new experiences. You will return to your higher self, and this life will be no more. But your memory will be saved. Your memory will be stored. The memory of you will live on. But the you that you know today will no longer be you. You won't even have a name. You'll just be an energy source, a light source. We don't need, when we're there, we don't need words to talk. We got feelings. We got blinks. We got stuff. But not primitive things like talking with a tongue and teeth and a mouth. Well, how's it? So, with that, on that note, I got on thinking about that on my spirit when I was watching the show Severance. Some of y'all might be familiar with it. It's actually a pretty good show. I think it's on HBO. And it's called Severance. And what it's about is these people who work for this corporation, and they volunteer to work in, like, I guess, what I guess you would say maybe, what's the part, like, they volunteer to work in a portion of the company that's very secret, like top secret. They're doing top secret things to the company, right? But in order to take this job, they had to sign this contract that whenever they go to work, they're going to forget who they are for the day. So in other words, let's say you wake up in the morning, you get ready for work, get in the car, you drive to work, right? And you walk in the front door of work. There's a specific, certain special elevator that only you and people that work on your floor can go in. So what happens is once you get in this elevator, your mind of who you are right now pretty much switches off. And it's like a new you was born with an empty mind. It's like you keep all your motor functions, like you know how to talk, you know how to walk, you know how to do, essentially you know how to carry yourself like a human being. But anything as far as your past life, like were you married, you have kids, you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, were you a football player, were you popular, were you a lonely person, like were you just a horrible person? None of that is there anymore. You don't have any memories. You just are in this place. And in this place, what you do is you work. And you work an 8-hour shift, and at the end of the 8-hour shift, you go back to that same elevator, and you go up, and your mind reverts back to who you were when you woke up in the morning. So the sensation is, when you take this job, is you wake up in the morning, you go to work, and you walk in the front door, you get in this elevator, and then the next thing you know, you're walking out of the elevator, and you don't know what happened. Because your true self went dormant for 8 hours, and this new you is just existing in this basement working for this company, and neither of you know each other. It's like split personality, right? It's two different yous. And on this show Severance, it was just at the time deep to me, because I'm looking at it and it was like the spirit was like, this is explaining what it's like when we go to sleep at night. So what we live in right now, family, is an illusion. It's not real. It's the matrix. It's a test. It's a virtuality game, and one day we're gonna leave it. So this isn't truly who we are, what's going on. This is just a dream. But when we go to sleep at night, we're able to escape from this dream, from this test, from this reality, and be our true selves. But when we have to wake up, we're back in prison. We're back in hell. And that's really what Severance was really portraying. These new people that were created, when you go in this elevator and you lose, when they get the job, by the way, family, and they sign this contract, they have to have surgery. And the company implants chips into their brains. And these chips are the things that cause these people to switch minds, to split their minds, to have the one at work and the one in their personal life. So when you go down here, family, in this elevator, and your mind switches over to this new you who doesn't know anything about your real self in the outside world, this work becomes hell, because there's no windows. You're in this basement. You're this new being like a baby. The only thing you know is this basement. All you know is work, and then you go to sleep at night. And then you leave, and then you show back up in the morning. It's like prison. And then this this certain scene came up to where they were talking about one of the people there was retiring who had worked there for some years, and they started talking about when you retire, that means you don't come to work anymore. So if you don't come to work anymore, your mind doesn't switch over to whoever you are in this basement in the bottom part of this company building. So essentially, retiring means death. And it's just going through how they're having a retirement party. They're eating cake and food, listening to music. And one dude's sitting there like, so you're about to die. You're about to kill yourself. And everyone just stops to look at him like, wait, what? And then my spirit was like, no, that's basically, if you've walked this narrow path, if you're still listening to me and you understand what I'm saying, you're walking this narrow path, life is very burdensome, family. It's hurtful, it's hard, it's rough. This test, this fire, this hell that we go through, it's like I said, it's not for the faint of heart. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who's prayed to the Most High for out. Most High, take me somewhere, take me home, or send an alien, or do something. Most High, just get me out of here, get me out of this life. This is misery. This is crazy. People are crazy. What am I doing here? It's like we clawing to get out. But our only escape is sleep. And for a moment we get to go home, do whatever we do when we're at home. But then guess what? Right back to prison. So when we sleep at night, family, it's like going out in the yard. When you're in prison, it's like going out to the yard for an hour to work out. But then you got to go back in your prison cell. So that's what the show Severance was showing. When you go to sleep at night, family, your body, your spirit, your soul leaves hell. And leaves your body here in hell and goes back home for a little bit to hang out, say what's up. Maybe eat some food a little bit, watch a little bit of TV. But then guess what? Playtime over, gotta come back. Rec time's over. Back to your cell. And it really, if you're familiar with the show, or if you're gonna watch it after I mentioned it, it's called Severance. Yeah, the beginning, the opening credits, the little cartoon they draw in the beginning, the little animation, yeah, it really explains what I'm talking about right now too, if you can understand what I'm saying. So, another thing, so I was telling my mother that, I was having this conversation with her, and the Most High was ministering to me as I was speaking to her, and I was explaining to her that, family, once we leave here, look, okay, family, you are heaven. Everywhere you go, you take heaven with you. Right? I'm looking around like I'm looking at people right now. My bad, got myself. But you are heaven, family. Heaven is a choice. Heaven is a lifestyle. Heaven is not a building. It's not a clothing. It's not a place. Heaven is a people. Wherever you go, there heaven is. There is no heaven without the people. Heaven is people, us, who have with our free will decided to go to Mount Zion and tell the Most High we accept the Ten Commandments as our laws under you, our Creator. We make the choice to serve the Most High. You are heaven, family. And dang it, I lost my train of thought. Dang, I was going somewhere good. Hold on, family. No, okay, I know I'm back on track. I just gotta. Where was I going with it? So I'm going different places. So when we go, family, right? You carry heaven with you. So saying that, I need y'all to understand that. Remember, we've been lied to. All we talk, heaven. I know in the Bible there's mansions. But it's a way, it's the right, there's a certain way you gotta look at it. It's allegory, family. It's as above, so below. Remember, family, the true kingdom, family, when you go home to the Most High, you're going to cease to exist as you. You will be the Most High. You will be everything. You're not a person. You're not a place. You're not a thing. You just are. The true end of things. When you go home, It's the darkness, but it's not bad darkness. It's not bad nothing. It's the source. It's the ether. It's the spirit of the Most High. It's the beginning. The beginning which was nothing. But not that it was nothing, but it was just the spirit of the Most High by itself. That's home. That's the end of all things, family. That's your end, essentially. But till then, when you leave here, you're going to go to a different dimension. Now, my hopes is me. I'm going to a dimension run by Yahushua Mashiach of Nazareth, because Yahushua has his own, my king, my brother, my friend, has his own dimension. That's where I want to go to. That's the heaven. And even in Revelation, what it said, heaven is going to be put on earth. Why would heaven be put on earth? What's that song? I was listening to it again. No, I heard it come on the other day. Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. Family, a lot of these songs, like, they be putting the subliminal messages there. Revelations. The kingdom of heaven will come down to earth. Because family, in the spiritual realm, like I'm telling you, you're just spirit. We've been lied to be told that the true heaven, the true end, the true alpha, the true beginning of all things is, oh, it's mansions and golden roads and harps and eating grapes all day and saying, no, that's your mind. That's your fleshly mind. That's like a way, or a simple way to put it, a way for your mind, your animalistic, beastly mind to comprehend heaven. But heaven, it is those things, but it isn't those things. You're a spirit. You're a corporeal being. You're like a cloud. You're like smoke. You don't eat. You don't sleep. You don't even need to sit down. You just be there. So what you need for golden roads that you can't even walk on? You ain't got no feet to walk. What you need, a bed to lay on. You ain't got no body to lay down. What you need, food to eat. You ain't got no teeth, no tongue, no mouth to eat with. What you need a friend for? No new friends. You ain't even got no concept of no friend. It's just you, the spirit. So this heaven that they talking about, family, it's a different realm. Or it's the followers of the Most High who have the word within them, because we are the kingdom. We make the choice to live by the kingdom. Us going into the wilderness and building a society that lives by the laws of the Most High. That's the kingdom itself right there. It's the people. Without the people, there is no kingdom. It don't matter what the buildings look like, the clothes are. I mean, obviously, look, we gonna have common sense. I'm talking about, well, look, some nations can be naked and not sin, but that's not us. We wear clothes, okay? So what I'm saying is, we are the kingdom, family. You are heaven. Where you go, heaven follows. Heaven's with you right now. You in heaven. You are heaven. Understand that. So, and I know I'm saying that to say this is because I'm losing my train of thought. Like I said, family, lies. And you got to understand that once you leave here, family, look, I'm not saying I know 100% how it go, but this is what the Spirit told me for my best way to understand is, some of y'all might travel, go see other dimensions of the worlds, go play around a bit, go see things. Some of y'all, and then some of y'all go to work. Family, look, remember, this is we talking about eternity. And when it's eternity, things get old real quick. I promise you, you're not going to want to sit around listening to a harp all day, eating grapes and drinking wine for eternity. You'll get bored real fast. And even with eternity, you won't get tired of traveling and seeing other universes. That one day, family, you're going to make with your own free will as a spirit being, a child of the Most High, an angel, a God. You're going to make a choice to serve the creator of the universe. Remember in the book of Job, how we talk about there are certain angels over thunder and lightning and snow. Certain angels that make things on the earth. They take care of the animals and the plants. Like in Tinkerbell in Disney, how the different fairies take care of different aspects of the forest and the animals. Some feed the animals, some water the plants, some take care of the weather. You know what I'm saying? Because family, once you understand what eternity truly is and what it consists of, Remember, in the Bible, doesn't speak about angels seeing the women of earth and then coming down and sleeping with them against the will of the Most High. So apparently it sounds like these angels had what? Free will. And you have free will. You will continue to have free will for eternity, family. And you, with your free will make the choice to serve the Most High. You're going to clock in, choo choo. And you're going to control the thunder. You're going to control the snow. You will probably help make planets, make people. You probably going to train new baby spirits before they come to their probational period. And you're going to volunteer to do it. You know why? Because you are a citizen of the kingdom of the Most High. You volunteered for it. You want that. Because you said, look, I'm tired of eating grapes. I've been eating grapes for like 10,000 years now, drinking wine and just listening to harp music. We playing the same song all the time. Can you play something else? So if I hear another harp, I'm about to go crazy. So look, I'm going to give me a job in the kingdom. I'm going to look, I heard they got an opening in the snow department today. That's where you're going. That's essentially what it is, family. Think about it. Common sense. If you sat in a garden or in a mansion, if you went to heaven only to do what you're doing on earth and sit in a mansion all day and drink wine, family, you would go crazy for eternity. Your mansion will become hell. Your existence will become hell, family. You don't want to do that for eternity. You want something new. And that's the point of life, the story. Something new. Remember, the Most High is hanging out in the ether with nothing to do. We're the Most High's Netflix, family. That's why our minds, our imagination is so powerful. That's when you study things like when you look into magic. And the most important component to magic is your imagination, family. Visualization. That's why I say your words have power. Watch what you think, because you'll manifest it. And in the spiritual family, as an angel, will be manifesting worlds and different experiences, different things for the Spirit of the Most High to experience when your USB drive goes back to the all. So the Most High got something to watch. Netflix. The Most High just be Netflixing for eternity, family. Just eternity. I would say all day, but ain't no day. Just eternity. That's all the Most High has to do. And matter of fact, to give you reference to that movie, Gods of Egypt. And remember in Gods of Egypt when Horus and I think it was the hero they traveled to the top of the dome in the upper atmosphere, and there's a boat in space, and it was like the boat was gliding on water in space, and there was this man who was Horus's grandfather, I think. I forget who it was. I forget the name of the Egyptian god, but I guess the creator of all things. And remember the Egyptian, remember the man on the boat? He had a trident, and he was fighting this big black cloud that was flying towards the earth, and he was the only one who can fight off this monster, this black cloud that would come around, that would keep coming around again and again, and he would shoot it with his trident. Family, that's like an allegory for the darkness of going home. The darkness isn't bad, family. See, the enemy wants you to think it's bad because they don't want you to have understanding. They want you to fear. They want you to worship them and to take them as your gods. They can't have you worshiping the Most High Creator, the truth. They can't have you having true understanding, because then you'll be free. And the truth is, family, that is the Omega, that is the Alpha. The beginning, the end. It's the darkness. And only the Creator can fight off that darkness and give us a womb to exist in. Once again, thank you, Most High, for life. And forgive me for my belly aching and my complaining. Thank you for delivering me from these things. And continuing to deliver me from these things. Because, look, I ain't all the way done yet. Look, I don't complain nothing like that. I'm just saying. Like I said, I still ain't perfect yet. But I'm better. I'm seeing things more clearly. What's that song? Killing me softly with his song. Killing me softly. That's not the song, but for some reason that came in my head. With his song. I'm playing. I said, my bad, family. I got caught off guard. Look, me, I'm always silly. See, some ways I can't change, but it's good to have a sense of humor too. But yeah, man, family is. What else? Hold on, let me think. I know a lot's been going on, but really, family, what I'm gonna be focusing on a lot more lately is I'm gonna be just reading. I'm gonna be getting on the camera and reading a whole lot of reading. That's what I should have been doing more of, and I have. Well, let me not lie. Look, Reading. All I can say, family, reading. Life. But reading, I got so much information. I'm just gonna read whatever time we got left, whatever. Look, not saying we going anywhere time soon. What I'm saying is we don't know what's gonna happen, family. Like, look, it's a coin toss up right now when things is gonna boil over, you know. So, or how it's gonna be. Look, family. Also, that's another thing. It could be devastation, but it could be a slow devastation too. Remember, like, expect something different for the Most High. Yes, there could be devastation, but it could be a slow devastation. You know, like, you ever seen those movies or cartoons where someone's standing in the middle of the street and a car's coming, they screaming, but they end up screaming for like a long time. They just like, and the whole time the car is coming in real slowly, and you sitting there laughing, thinking like, "Fool, move! What the heck?" It's kind of like that. Like, you can see it coming at you. You can see the destruction. You can see the change. But it's like when you look at it, you like, oh, you know what? That wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Like, what? Like, it's coming slow, and by the time the end, like, you be ready. Because you've been prepared, you had time. Thank the Most High. Family, look, thank the Most High for the time we have left to study, to search things out, to seek the Most High spirit, to pray, to fast. I thank the Most High. Oh, get once again, too, family, get your bodies cleansed. Be fasting. Really, family, we need to better our diets. If you haven't done it yet, get on it, family. Just get on it, man. And let me put it out here. So, I had this experience maybe about a week or so ago, and it was strange. So I'm trying to okay, so that day, that AM, well, whatever time it was, I woke up, right, and I looked at my phone and I see my mom's. I had some missed calls. So, you know, I finally I took care of some business. Yeah, I was doing laundry, and no, I was about to do laundry, but I said, before I do laundry, let me go ahead and call my mom's, give her a call back to see what she needed. So I call her, and the call ain't going through. And at first it was nothing, but then I called again and it wouldn't go through. And with everything going on, you know, I let what I've seen in the news kind of for a second, and just everything that's been going on. And like I said, my mom says a lot, and I feel it too, and other people have been saying it. I've been seeing, you know, on the pod, people saying, man, it's kind of weird lately. It seemed like something in the air. It seemed like something's going to happen. I feel like something's going to happen. So all of a sudden, I couldn't get my call through, and I kind of a little bit started to panic, because I'm like, dang, I wonder. I said, I hope this ain't, you know. And I tried to call, because I got 2 cells, so I tried to call my other cell, and it wouldn't go through. And I'm like, dang, what's going on? I'm like, man, I hope this ain't like one of the movie moments or something where, you know, the communications go out. Like, I was just, like, I wasn't panicking. Nothing. This is all going on in my head, family. I'm sitting there really thinking this. So I said, you know what? Nah, bro, calm down, cut that. Like, why you tripping right now? Anyway, he's like, you don't trip. Like, shut up. Like, trust in the Most High. So anyway, I say, you know what? I'm gonna just go do this laundry and come back, and I'm gonna try again later. Whatever. It's all good. You know, there's an explanation. So I go do the laundry, right? Going to go do laundry. As I walk to laundry, just this, it's almost like, I'm not lying, family, like this fear, this paranoia, I guess. And what was in my mind was, randomly, and I hadn't even been thinking about it, is the 3 days of darkness. And I'm sitting there like, why am I thinking about this, right? Like, something in me was like, something in my spirit was like, the sky could just cut off right now. I was like, oh, like, when I say, I was just, woo, the spirit, I was just feeling extra, just like, and I'm thinking, like, I'm literally stopping now. I'm thinking like, oh yeah, I hadn't even started walking to the laundry room yet. I had to, like, I was I was like, family, I was afraid to leave the house for a second. I was like, what if the lights cut off? And I'm like, what the hell is going on with me? Excuse my language. I'm like, what the heck is going on, man? But eventually, you know, I walk out, and in every walk, I'm telling him, like, it's heavy. Because with every walk, it's like, woo. dang, it would suck if the lights just went out right now as I'm walking in. How I'm gonna get back to my spot? Like, oh man, family, I was in that headspace. I don't know what it was. But eventually I got the laundry done. I got it in there, blah, blah, blah. I came back. I woo-saw and I'm good. So once I calmed down, I decided, let me go ahead and get Moms a call again. So I give Moms a call, right? And because, I'm telling myself, look, yeah, we didn't read about this, but man, stop tripping. It's like, that's just you tripping right now for whatever. I don't know why you just tripping. But just calm down. So, this is what I'm telling myself, so I'm cool. So I call, and now guess what? The call's going through. I'm like, whew, glad, because I need to hear, I just need to hear a familiar voice right now, because I'm trying to. But anyway, so I start chopping up with Moms, and I'm not talking to her about whatever was going through my head. Like, I'm calmed down now. I'm cool. We talking about whatever we talking about, and all of a sudden, my mom starts talking to my nephew comes by, and my mom's like, your nephew wants to talk to you quick. And remember, my nephew's the one who had that dream about the zombies, and he said that the Most High told him that this was going to happen. My nephew has dreams, and he says the Most High, he's met the Most High in his dreams, and the Most High, he said he met Jesus recently, and he said that they've been telling him that they've been telling my nephew, the Spirit, the Most High, and Jesus have been telling my nephew, or Yahushua have been telling my nephew that destruction is coming. And so, I want to rewind real quick. So, okay, remember, I'm talking on the phone with my mom. My nephew just comes by, and my mom's like, my nephew will talk to you. But I want to rewind real quick. So, maybe a week before, I would say. Something like that. Maybe maybe not a week, but some days before. I talking to my mom, and my nephew wanted to talk to me again, and he tells me about this dream he has. And he tells me he has this dream that the Creator, that the Most High came to him, not Yahushua this time, but the Most High came to him and told him, or no, I think he said it was Yahushua, the Most High in Yahushua's form, came to him and told him that the 3 days of darkness are coming, but it's not actually going to be 3 days, it's going to be more like 11, 12, or 14 days of darkness. And this is what he told me was in his dream. I was like, okay. I said, is that all? He's like, yeah. And he said, and he told me to figure out when it was going to happen. He said, I can figure it out. And he wants me to figure out, and he's going to ask me, when do I think it's going to happen again? I said, oh, okay. I said, did you think about it? He's like, yeah, but I don't know. He said, I think it's going to happen when I'm a teenager. And I was like, oh, okay. So, he said all that, and I listened to him, and I said, I'm taking him seriously. And I was like, okay. I'm not saying I don't believe nothing he says, and I'm saying I believe it. I'm taking it in, and I meditate and pray on it, and I say, Most High, if there's something to it, give me a message about it, speak to me about it. So anyway, once again, this particular day, before I about doing my laundry, and I'm just tripping out. I haven't talked to my nephew since that last time we talked. I'm not even thinking, matter of fact, I'm not even thinking about what he told me. I'm not. I'm a whole nother world. It's just at that point, I just happened to, 11/11, I just happened to think about 3 days of darkness and be tripping. So now fast forward back, I'm back in the house. I call my mom and finally get through, because remember before, calls couldn't get through. So now I'm talking to my mom's. And once again, out of nowhere, she like, your nephew wants to talk to you. Your nephew wants to talk to you. So I'm like, okay, cool. So then my nephew get on the phone. He's just like, well, hold on, what did he say? How did he say it? He says, all he says is in this like kind of like almost like foreboding voice, like this kind of like ominous voice, like, Uncle, I'm like, yeah, you remember what we talked about the other day? I was like, and then just at that moment, it just hit me. I'm like, wait, in my head, I'm like, what the hell? Like, my spirit, I automatically knew what he's talking about, and the way he said it. Uncle, do you remember what we talked about the other day? And I was like, yeah. What about it? He's like, that's all. It's just, yeah, Yahushua told me to tell you to remind you. No, yeah, the first dream was the Most High. And then this time he told me that Yahushua had told him in another dream to remind me about the 3 days of darkness, where it's going to be like, but it's really going to be like 11, 12, 14 days. And I said, what? Oh, wait, so that's what I'm saying. He was about to walk away. Like, he literally just popped up. He told my mom he wanted to talk to me. And all he came on first, he said, Uncle Lonnie. Uncle Elijah. You remember that talk we had? Remember what I told you about the other day? Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to remind you about it. It was and then I said, wait, hold on, what do you mean? I said, oh no, he was like, I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to it was like I just wanted to say that or remind you, something like that. But anyway, but then he just like strode off like he didn't just say nothing. And I'm sitting there like, hold on. Like, he just said that out of nowhere. He's like, do you remember what I told you the other day? Remember the conversation we had? Yeah. He's like, all right, yeah, I just making sure. And then he just strode off like, cool. And I'm like, hold on. So, hold on. I'm like, hold on. I said, wait. I said, nephew, why'd you just ask me that? Because you why'd you just say that to me? Why'd you I said, why'd you say that? He was like, well, I had a dream and Yahushua told me to remind you of it, to remind you of my dream I had. I said, he did? He's like, yeah. And I was just, family blew my mind. I was like, look, family, look, some of y'all might write it off as nothing. But I'm just saying, I was looking at the circumstances and how it happened. Look, there's a reason I didn't call my mom. The phone didn't go through at the moment. That's what I was thinking. Because remember, she called me, and I wanted to remind her, and just at that moment, I wasn't thinking about it because I was taking care of business. And then at that moment, I said, let me go ahead and call my mom's. And at that moment, I meant to call her. The call wouldn't go through. I even called my other cell phone work. Just for whatever reason, it wasn't working. So I said, what? I'm going to do this laundry. And I'll come back and then I'll just do it later. So I go, and I say about 45 minutes go by. And after 45 minutes, then I'm reminded, oh yeah, let me try and call mom's again. Call mom's, guess what? Comes up this time. And then all of a sudden, nephew comes by. Remember that conversation? Out of nowhere. Like, what? Like, come on, I didn't tell him. I didn't even, like I said, when I talked to my mom, I didn't even say anything about, I didn't want to talk about it because I was tripping. I didn't want to talk about it. I'm like, yo, because like I said, I was just like, yo, where's this feeling coming from? So for that to happen like that, family, all I'm saying is, like, even in, like I said, 3 days of darkness, family, I also think, like I said, it don't have to be it got dark. It could be a war. It could be some type of catastrophe. It could be something big. I don't know. Like I said, surprises. Just something big we don't expect that will affect the whole world, or if not the whole world, a big chunk of the North Americas, maybe even South America. Just something, family, something. And remember my dream I told y'all about too? This is what came to mind too that day. And all that. My dream, I told you, I remember if you watch the video, 911. Look, I know, look, numbers, family, aren't inherently bad. Nothing's inherently bad because everything is from the Most High Creator. It's just how things are used as tools. Numbers are tools. Numbers are like letters. They can be used to write stories, to get messages. 911, though. In this case, it was disaster. Remember I told you I was riding in the truck, and the truck flipped over, and there were angels there, and they were telling me to call 911, 911. In other words, emergency. Something's coming, 911. That came up to mind too as I'm thinking about what my nephew told me. Family, just like I said, be vigilant. Look, like I said, even though things can look, a lot of time things go slow, but then they'll pick up for a moment, and that moment could be something big, like something humongous, but then it's gonna slow down again. It's just going to be a different dichotomy, a different way of life. Look, after every instance, life is going to change more. But, family, we don't know if it's going to happen fast or slow. It can happen fast and slow. It can happen slow. Just be ready for whatever. And understand, once again, this is all to rip Babylon off of us, family. We ripping Babylon off. We got to go back to natural. We got to go back to the way things are supposed to be, so then we can rise up again. But this time, rise up the right way, underneath the word. Family, once again, A brother was asking me today again about the mark of the beast. It was interesting. A brother, I got a message on Instagram today from somebody who, a video I messaged last year, and it had to do with the mark of the beast, and they was talking about that Bill Gates thing, and that they spread all over the world, right? So I messaged him then, and he messaged me back. I forget. Well, I was explaining to him about the mark of the beast system, and I thought I told him what the mark of the beast is, but I guess he didn't get it. And he messaged me back then, but anyway, he just randomly messaged me today, and I'm looking like, what is this from? Like, random. I saw what it was. I'm like, dang, this is old. And all the message says, well, what is the mark of the beast? So I'm just typing it through, and as I'm typing it through, I'm thinking of scriptures to send them. And just to make a long story short, family, once again explaining, the mark of the beast, family, is this way of life. We live in the beast system. We live in a system that is void of the Spirit of the Most High, that is void of the Word and the statutes and laws and commandments of the Word. We live in an unrighteous way. That is Babylon, and most of our people, most of the world is brainwashed to think this is normal. So they willingly live in the beast system because they're brainwashed. Even though they don't know it, every day they volunteer to support the beast system with their labor, with their money. Family, when you vote, look, I'm telling y'all right now, any so-called Israelites or even so-called multitude, if you go vote, understand you making a mistake. You don't think that vote is just some physical thing, don't mean nothing. You giving your spirit out in that too. You're telling the Most High what you want. You making the same mistake our ancestors made when they told Samuel they wanted to follow a man instead of the Most High Creator. If you vote, that's what you're doing, family. I'm telling you. You're giving into the beast system. You're telling the spirit, you're manifesting it with your powers. You're saying that I want a man to lead me. You know, what do they say? One evil is which one is the lesser evil? Really, you picking from two evils? You know what's crazy once again, family? They got most people so brainwashed, they think there's only two choices for the candidacy. They only think that it's Kamala and Trump. But there's other people on the ballot, family, that you can vote for. But you see how brainwashed people are? This is almost like how when you, excuse me, sisters, but when you ask a woman, not all, but let's say worldly women, what's the difference between lingerie and bikini? And you know what they're going to say? Oh, nothing. Nothing's different. Maybe the fabric, but nothing's different. You know, they're no, my bad, no. They're going to say, oh, you're going to say, is lingerie and what's the difference between lingerie and bikini? And they're going to say, oh, bikini's different because it's a different fabric. And you sitting, and as you're saying that, you're saying, but really what the it's like a trick question. No, there is no difference. It's the same thing. Because when you think about it, if you walk in, excuse me, ladies, I said I'm talking about the other one, the 2/3 and them. If you, or just in general life, if a man walks into a room and a woman has her unmentionables on, her lingerie, underwear, bra, whatever, what she gonna do? She probably gonna scream, especially if they not family. You know, they gonna scream or say, oh, they gonna panic because they go, oh my God, you see me. But then that same woman will turn around and go to the beach in a bikini and not have no issues. Everybody can see him. And that bikini will have less fabric than the lingerie. But yet, she runs and screams when you see her in the lingerie. But she cool, calm, and collected when she in a bikini. That's the type of world we in right now, family. Just brainwashed. I know I got off track with that. And you know what? I probably shouldn't even told that. I apologize, family. That must have been how I called for it. But y'all get my point. We are just utterly, well, I'm not me. Us just like, we're not brainwashed. I rebuke that. We good. We see truth. That's why we talking. But the majority of the world, family, is just truly and utterly brainwashed. They don't know up from down. But I don't claim that for us. We see. We have eyes to see. And it's here, family. And just remember, practice also, my spirit saying, practice gratitude a lot more. And thankfulness for the little things. Thank you thank you, Most High, for the meal today. Thank you, Most High, for my legs, my feet, my arms. Thank you for the fact that I have the strength to walk to my car. Thank you that I have the strength to walk to the mailbox. Thank you that I got a roof over my head. Thank you for food. It may not be the food I want, but it's food. I'm not hungry. Thank you for my good health. Thank you that I'm not losing, that I ain't lost no limb. It's thankful. Thankfulness is the key. Thankfulness right now. Thankful. Be gratefulness, joy. Because this is the only life you're going to get is who you are right now. No, you're not going to go to hell or die or nothing, but family, this is the only experience you have as this person now. After this, you'll back to your higher self and you're just a memory. So essentially though, you are not going to be here no more. You'll be a spirit. The spirit of you will live on. But it'll no longer just be you. It'll no longer just be me. You'll be your higher self. And the next level after higher self will be go back home to the Most High to be everything. Every nook and cranny. Every M&M, every Skittle. I don't like Skittles, by the way. Ugh. I never did. Well, no, I used to like the sour Skittles, and I used to suck on them and then put two of them out. Look, I'm thinking of the, let me not say that. Anyway. What else? There has been a lot, like I said, going on, other stuff. Right now, I'd always talk about it at a later date. Also, let me go ahead and put this. So I was also having another conversation with my mother. Yes, family, I talk to my mother a lot, okay? I talk to other people, but I talk to my mother a lot. I love my mother, so don't be hating. Oh, I don't like the word. I respect my mother. But but the love was just really a replacement for the word joy. My mother gives me joy. So, yeah, I care about my mother, so whatever. You think what you want. Anyway, so another thing, and I like to, when I get things in the spirit, I like to use my mother or my uncle as like my guinea pigs where I get to say it out loud. And when I say things out loud, it helps me remember what I said. So that's another reason why, I talk to her like that, because I be telling her what's on my spirit, so I can get it out. It's almost she's almost like my living journal. So anyway, I ain't gonna go there. Anyway, so I was also explaining to her today about how the Spirit explains one of the reasons for baptism, as above, so below. Remember, family, everything on earth is a reflection of the spiritual realm. So when you get baptized, family, remember, you got to remember that, think about Yahushua when Yahushua did it. Yahushua was like, what did he say? He said we must do what is right when they asked him about baptism. When John was like, shouldn't I? He was like, my Lord, shouldn't you be baptizing me? And Yahushua's like, we must do what is right. In other words, there's a reason behind his baptism. And remember, family, we're part of the kingdom. Remember I told you we're part of the kingdom. We're part of the kingdom of heaven. Have y'all have seen these shows, like medieval shows like Game of Thrones, or you ever seen this movie, Kingdom of Heaven? Or any medieval movie with knights and swords. And you ever seen these scenes where when the knights get knighted, what do? They walk before the king and they take a knee. And the king takes the sword and puts on their head and everything like that. Family, when you baptize yourself, it's part of your mark. You know how the enemy marks 666? This is how we mark ourselves. Even though we're in the beast system, this is how we mark ourselves. One of the steps we go through to mark, baptism. Because when you take a baptism, family, it's essentially like a knight kneeling before the king, and the knight vowing to give his life in service of the king and of the kingdom. When you get baptized, family, it's like a announcement telling the world, telling the earth, telling people around you that you choose Yahushua, that you choose the kingdom, that Yahushua is your king, that's whose side you've taken, that you pledge your allegiance as a knight to the kingdom of the Most High Creator. But that's important to understand that, family. That when you get baptized, even if you do it multiple times, that you pledging allegiance to your gang, to your kingdom, to the kingdom. It's a choice to live in this kingdom. So when you get baptized, you're telling the Most High of your free will, you're serving her kingdom, or its kingdom. When you get baptized, family, it is a ceremony. Family, it's full of, everybody got ceremonies. And that's the ceremony for those who follow the Most High, the baptism. It's a part of your process. It's a part of your as I say, what do they say when it's a part of your pledge to get into the fraternity of the Most High, of the priest of Melchizedek. So that's just to give y'all a little more understanding of what that is, family. Baptism, it's you once again taking a knee as a knight before the kingdom, pledging yourself to serve Yahushua as Yahushua serves the Most High in the Most High's kingdom. You're now a knight of the kingdom. And that is what the baptized, we must do what is right. And Yahushua did what? Led the way. As an example. And that was part, and it's part of the new covenant. Remember, they didn't have the baptism in Moses' time. We just had the laws. But with that, we reaffirm the laws with the baptism. So anyway, I think I said what I need to say, family. I think I got what I need to get off my chest. I think I done about said it all. When I said everything, I got more. Well, anyway, like I said, I'm going to do more reading, family. When I come back, we're going to do a lot more reading. But I just want to get this stuff off my chest and stop by, say what's up, because I know it's been a minute. I've been MIA. But, it's good talking to y'all, family. I'm glad I got this stuff off my chest. We spoke a little bit. Anyway, let me stop with these little kiddish voices. You know, when we get older, we what does the word say? We turn from childish things. So let me turn from childish things, and I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna say thank you, Most High, for this session, for this podcast session. Thank you, Most High, for the wisdom that you shared through my lips. Thank you, Most High, for your presence. For your word says, where two or more come, where two or more come in your name, your spirit will abide. And you abide in, Most High, and I thank you. I thank you for this message, and I thank you for your people, your children who have sent to listen to this message. And I ask you to give them understanding of this message, Most High, and to give them a deeper understanding. Not my understanding, but your understanding, Most High. Minister to them. Minister to their hearts and minds and spirits, Most High. Teach them, show them what you showed me, Most High. Give them understanding. In the name of our King and Master, Yahushua Mashiach of Nazareth, we pray. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe. All right, family. I'm a healthy, wise, strong, protected, celestial being. And I'll catch y'all later, family. All praise to the Most High. Shalom, shalom.